All right, Trevor Dearing joins us. And Trevor, thank you so much for taking the time and being with us today on Running Point.
Thank you so much for having me.
As Trevor, let's just talk about this as we got to talk to a couple of your teammates. I want to know right now who's the goofiest of the teammates too? Who's the one that can really just get a chuckle out of you whenever you need and just lightens the mood?
It's got to be the tandem of Baden Pipoli and Seth Spooner. Those two are inseparable, and those two just make me crack up whenever I'm with them.
From your perspective, what's it been like with this crazy April weather, stopping, starting, trying to get momentum, trying to find a rhythm?
It's definitely been weird. Like even playing football with COVID, it was still like a consistent thing where you would have to wear a mask and then go practice. But now it's like you're gonna play today, or you might not even have practice today, and we can't even go outside. Honestly, this year we've only had a few outside practices as a full varsity team. That's honestly unheard of. I've always had like a couple weeks of outside practice on the dirt and the grass. So just having the rain all year, not being able to get on the field, it's definitely weird.
Talk to me about when you have these games too, what you have to do to kind of keep yourself focused in between too. I mean, it can't be easy too with the rain that's coming and going. It's canceling games like that, 12 days off. What are you kind of doing in that long wall period to simulate baseball experience?
Um, so as a team, we kind of have this app on our phone called Baseball Clash, and we play that just like it's baseball and just playing baseball. Also, BP, we have that almost every day, and then we do simulations on the floor in our gym, just to get the feel of playing baseball and staying in it.
Uh, Tell me one thing about Coach Wolf that people don't know that you think they should.
So Coach Wolf is on the field. He's definitely very stern. When he doesn't see a call that he likes, he'll definitely voice his opinion. But as a team, he's really a really friendly coach. Like, he's a very friendly guy. He'll always ask you about your day. He'll always make sure you're doing good in the classroom. He'll make sure everything out of school is going well. So he's just a genuinely great guy to be around and have as a head coach. He's someone you can go and talk to.
Talk to me about the ability to stay competitive this year. I mean, you guys are still at the tops for the EOAC despite having all the rain, just like everybody else, though, of course. But talk to me about these goals that you guys are so close to meeting, too. What are some things you need to do to sure up that you're going to meet these goals at the end of the season?
We definitely got to keep the momentum going. We got to keep going into every game with the mindset that we're going to win and the mindset that we're going to complete our goals. Because if we fall into some sort of slump and we just keep getting down on ourselves, that's not going to propel us to where we want to get to, especially in the tournament. We always want to stay positive. Like last night, we had one bad play, and after that, you just got to pick up your teammates and make sure they know that we have their backs, and for the rest of the game and for the rest of the season that we're going to pick each other up and play team baseball.
We know in a baseball career you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. This is the nature of the sport. What kind of thing do you do personally to keep yourself even keel during the hills and valleys of a baseball season and a baseball career?
I'm definitely big on listening to music and clearing my head. Going on drives or like taking a cold shower and listening to music is something that'll help me wash off like a bad game or anything, and just getting into the right mindset of going to the next game and having a better game, a better attitude.
Is there a music preference or like a certain playlist that's the go-to?
Um, I'm definitely a big Kid Cudi and Kanye West fan, but I also get into some Linkin Park.
These are all kind of throwback. Like, are we talking throwback Kanye or a new Kanye?
I'm definitely more old Kanye, and also I'm more old Kid Cudi, like Man on the Moon 1 and 2.
I feel you. I feel you on that. When you look at some of the things that you play and some of the sports you get to chance to play, what kind of things do you take from sports that you use in life as life lessons?
Definitely being a hard worker, no matter what your talent level is in a sport or in the classroom, being a hard worker will get you anywhere in life. If you want a certain job and you work hard, you can get that job by studying and learning the material that you need to get what you want in life. And that's also the same in sports. If you want something in sports, you want that starting position, then you got to work your butt off to get there.
Being that it is your senior year, what is one thing that senior Trevor Dearing would look back and tell freshman Trevor Dearing coming into this program?
Definitely to eat more and just be bigger, because as a freshman, you could see my ribs. I was the skinniest person there. So definitely getting bigger.
What advice do you give to maybe someone that's coming into high school that wants to be a part of this program and wants to come up and have the kind of success that you've had?
Give it a shot, 100%. Baseball is a team sport, and you can make really good friendships through the sport. So I think if a student wants to come out and play baseball, on 100% go for it. And baseball is a sport you can pick it up, and you can go through the junior varsity level, and you can go up to varsity just by practicing, working as hard as you can.
Being that you're a senior, you're obviously a leader. Who were some of your role models coming in as a freshman that you looked up to on the Columbiana baseball team?
A couple I looked up to I really looked up to Matt Mazie, because I had played with him in previous sports, but he was one of the guys that was always there for me. Chase Franken and Hunter Zettner were all really good motivational guys for me, and I always looked up to them because they always played the game right as well.
All right, so those were players that you looked up to inside the program. What about professional players that you watched as a kid? Who are some of your favorite professional players?
So I'm a Phillies fan. I know it's a little controversial, but Bryce Harper is a guy I've always really liked.
Flip it now, being a senior, who are some of the players that you've kind of tried to take under your wing and mentor to kind of cater to the future of Columbiana baseball?
A couple players. Hogan is one. He's going to be a future outfielder. And not as a talent level, but Baden Pipoli, he definitely can get in his own head at sometimes. And I like to stay level and never cross through a zone where I get too high or too low. So taking Baden under my wing and showing him that's like, just take the next play. Don't forget about the last play, and keep playing baseball.
If we were to ask those guys next year, if we had an interview with them next year, we asked what kind of impact you left on them, what do you hope their answer would be?
I'd hope my answer would be that I was never a player that gave up or quit, no matter like what my situation is in baseball or just in life in general. I never quit. I never gave up, and I would always work hard to be a better me the next day.
Obviously, your career with Columbiana baseball has had a lot of trips to places, a lot of great ballparks, and a lot of great memories. Shout out some of your favorite memories that you've had with this Clipper baseball team.
100% PNC in Canal Park. That weekend will go down as the best weekend of my high school career. That was just one of the craziest experiences. Even when you tell me about it now, I just get the chills, and all these memories flash through my head as I think about that weekend.
Take us back to PNC and the favorite memory, the favorite part of that night and being able to play on that field.
My favorite part was just using the dugout and also the bathroom. The bathroom was a really cool part. A big group of us just went to the bathroom. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm in the same bathroom as like 29 MLB teams.
Did you have to take time to kind of reflect and realize that when you step on that field that you are stepping on the grass that MLB players step on?
Yeah, that was definitely just walking into the stadium and walking on the warning track to get to the dugout, and also warming up our arms. It was just crazy standing in that stadium. And also when we actually started playing the game, even though there was maybe a couple hundred people there, maybe less than that, you could not hear a single thing in the outfield. Our outfielders coach would give us like signs and stuff to move, and you could not hear a single thing. You could barely hear yourself in your own head.
What's your favorite win that you've gotten as a Clipper?
Favorite win as a Clipper? Probably Howland earlier this year, because last year we kind of dropped the ball on them. But to come back this year and beat them in a thrilling game, it was just really a big win for us and showed us how good of a team we could be. and as we get to the end of the year through May and June.
All right, Trevor, it's time for your rapid fire questions to get you a little bit off the field. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. What's one thing that you collect, and what is one part of that collection that you don't have yet that you want?
So I've been collecting like basketball cards and baseball, like trading cards. I definitely would love to get my hands on like a Bryce Harper rookie card. That would be amazing. Love to get one of those.
What is one thing you spend a lot of money on that you probably shouldn't?
Shoes, 100% shoes.
What's the favorite pair of shoe that you have right now?
I just got these gray zebra Yeezys. I never thought Yeezys would be as comfortable as they are, but it's like walking on memory foam. Definitely those.
What teammates can cheer you up no matter what the situation is?
Riley McElwain and Eddie Clancy. I've spent the last 7 years with them, pretty much inseparable, and they always know how to get a smirk out of me.
If you could afford any car, what car would you want to buy?
Ooh. Probably a 69 Camaro. Those are gorgeous. Love them.
What is one sport that you don't play that you wish you could?
Volleyball, men's volleyball. I know they're bringing it to Ohio in the next couple of years, but I've played volleyball in my pastime, and I definitely love to.
Have you ever done any work with the high school volleyball team? Because they're pretty good.
Oh, they're pretty good. I haven't done any like open gyms with them. I didn't even know if that was possibly a thing, but I played football last couple of years anyways. But I know next Wednesday during a senior Olympics, our football team's playing their volleyball team.
Oof, that should be fun. You might be a ringer. What is your favorite holiday?
I love 4th of July. That's my favorite holiday.
On the flip side of that coin, what is your least favorite holiday?
Probably Easter. It doesn't really feel like a huge holiday to me because I'm not super religious, so it's not a big hit for me.
Staying on that track, if you were given the power to create a holiday, what would you create a holiday for?
I would make the Super Bowl a national holiday. That way everyone gets Monday off too.
Yes. What is the best Halloween costume you've ever worn?
When I was like 8, I wore this type of like Joker costume. I wasn't the actual Joker like Heath Ledger, but I had like bells and this whole thing and this mask. It was like a Joker.
What is the best Christmas present you've ever received?
I got a 4-wheeler when I was like 10. That was my favorite.
I'm gonna try to out you, but what is one song on your playlist that you don't want people to know that's on your playlist?
Probably Party in the USA. That's a song that could frequently come up in my playlist, and I kind of skip through it when my friends are in the car.
What is your nickname if you have one, and if you don't, what do you wish it was?
I get called a couple different things, but I probably get called Todd the most. For some reason, my friends say I kind of look like a Todd.
Oh, you look like a Todd. What's your favorite streaming service? Like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime? Which one has the best library?
I'm a big fan of Netflix. Whenever I'm not watching sports on television, I definitely go on Netflix. Although I wish they brought back The Office.
What was the last thing you binged on Netflix?
The Ozark.
Books or movies?
Movie.
Do you have a favorite movie? If anyone asked me this, I would take 10 minutes to answer.
If I don't count series, Whitewater Summer.
All right. What is the last movie you saw in a theater?
I think the last movie I saw in a theater was The Batman.
Summer or winter?
Summer, 100%.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Do you have a pet?
I have like 5.
Okay, because that makes up for the other 2 teammates not
Yeah,
having
that's
any.
what I was gonna say. He's making
All right, pick one of those pets, and if they could talk, what would they say about you?
My oldest dog, Ace. He'd probably just ask me to play with them or go take a nap with them.
What fictional death hit you the hardest?
Mm. Oof. I'm gonna have to agree with what Eddie said, and when Aunt May died.
What is your hidden talent?
My hidden talent. I can do a front flip on a trampoline.
Not hidden anymore. Uh, what's the last thing that you cooked, and what do you cook the best?
I think the last thing I cooked was a quesadilla, and that's probably the thing I'm best at. If I have a go-to meal, it's a quesadilla.
All right. If you owned a business, what would you want it to sell or excel in?
If I owned a business, it would be for physical therapy, and my practice would be based on high school athletes and rehabbing them.
What is your go-to restaurant to eat at?
Ooh. I'm a big fan of Texas Roadhouse.
All right. What's the order there?
I always get their. It's some type of bacon burger with their fries and the spear pickle.
Best rolls in the country, hands down. That's a great way to end the
Mhm.
rapid fire.
100%.
Trevor, before we let you go, we want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the support that you get from your friends and family, and all the people that are there for you throughout everything. So, thank whoever you want to thank at this time.
I'd love to thank my parents. They've been with me, cheering me on in baseball for the last however many years. I'd also like to I'd like to thank Coach Bryce Rankin. He's been there for me since he started coaching, and he's always taking me under his wing, make sure I'm doing okay, and coaching me up. And then also, I'd love to thank the class of 2022. We're all really tight, and it's awesome when they come out to our games and cheer us on and ask us about it during school.
All right, Trevor, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. It was great to hear from you. Great to continue our support and coverage of you. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
And thank you so much.